speak. So we're gonna do a live reading today for the new moon in Taurus. I felt led to do this reading. I hope everybody is well. So yeah, let's get into this reading. Um, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling anxious, not in a bad way. It's kind of like an anticipation type of energy, like kind of like an excitement, low key. So I don't know what that's about, but trying to adjust this. My table, it's kind of hard to see. Hopefully you guys can see. Okay. So I'm going to tap into the energy. So I just wanted to share a few things with you guys as far as the energies are concerned that I'm picking up. You definitely want to stay grounded. Definitely want to rest as much as possible, or rest if you can, or just take time out to just like sit with yourself. Oh, it's another Chenoa. Greetings. Um, you don't really come across too many Chenoas. It's not a common name really, but yeah, so this energy, I would definitely say just ground yourself. It's good energy for preparing and setting intentions and all that good stuff. These gnats are attracted to my plants and it's really annoying. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap into the energy. I keep seeing camels, so I'm just gonna like run down the animals I'm seeing. Pay attention to animal signs too, you guys. I keep seeing camels, I'm seeing tigers a lot, I'm seeing bears a lot, but those two specific animals have been coming around often for like the last month or two. But I'm seeing camels more often. Definitely birds are a big thing. They're, very big messengers, especially hawks. I've seen a lot of those this past weekend. Um, Seagulls, doves also might resonate with some of you. Elephants are coming around a lot. Just pay attention to the energies that you guys are seeing often. But it's definitely something in fishes as well. Something with koi fish. I've been seeing koi fishes a lot. Seahorses a lot. Turtles. Just pay attention to those specific messengers if it resonates. Okay. Um, yeah, so let's tap in and see what the divine beings want us to know at this time. I feel like it's some type of, if I can hone in and tap into this energy, I would say, and I don't know, like you guys would really have to ground yourself in order to feel what you feel. I can't speak for everyone, but the energy that I'm getting is kind of like, not really able to see like what's ahead. It's like you're really being tested in faith, or being tested in letting go and trusting what's ahead of you. You might feel anxious, or you might feel like a strong notion to just let things go that don't serve you anymore, or let relationships or people go. So it's a lot of desire to get your ducks in a row kind of like energy, but it's also this anxiousness of like, okay, well, what's ahead, what's in the future, and not from a place of fear. It's more like an energy, like I said, of anticipation, or like a little bit of an excitement. That's the best way that I can describe this energy. It's been so crazy how spirit has been speaking. That's why it's very important to get grounded. I'm a Taurus, but I can be like up in the sky because I have a lot of Aquarius in my chart too, and some water. So I'm kind of like to find balance in my energy. It's to stay grounded because I also have a lot of Earth in my chart too. So just pay attention. Like when you ground your energy, like pay attention to what your body is telling you. The impressions that you're having, the dreams that you're having, the things that spirit is showing you around you. Everyone's way of communicating with spirit is different, or how the universe and how God speaks to each and every one of us is different. Um, for me, spirit likes to use like signs, like license plates, numbers, music, billboards, um, flashlights on like buildings and stuff like that. Like spirit will use those things to get my attention. So like spirit will use labels. Like it's so crazy how spirit speaks to me. It's insane. Like it's crazy. Everyone's different. So you just have to like tap in to see what spirit is saying. If you're seeing something multiple times, it's trying to get your attention. You're going to see things. You're going to see names. I remember I spoke about this in one of my messages. I don't remember what reading it was. It was probably a long, long time ago. But I've been seeing biblical names a lot. Pay attention to that. When you're seeing certain names a lot, it might mean something to you. The names I've been seeing a lot is Ruth. The name Ruth came to me like 3 times within the last maybe 2 days. Matthew comes around a lot. Elijah, these are names in the Bible. So you might resonate with their stories. Elijah comes out a lot. I've been seeing the name Iglesias a lot. Iglesias, Hernandez. These might resonate with you guys. So it's specific things that are coming out for a reason. You have to pay attention. Spirit will even get your attention through music. Like spirit will give me a heads up that someone's about to contact me through like certain songs or through like names. It's like really weird. You guys have to pay attention to how spirit speaks. It's insane. But I will say this. Use this Taurus new moon to really get grounded and to really sit with yourself and pay attention to what spirit is calling you to do at this time. What is it that you should place your focus, your seeds? And new moons are all about setting new intentions. So with that, you want to clear and you want to release. This will be a good time for you maybe even to do some grounding meditations, go out in nature. Even if it's for like 10 minutes, ground yourself. Sit with a tree or something. Like I used to do this back in the day. That's why I used to get a lot of bug bites, because I used to like actually literally hug trees. The park that I used to live at was so pretty. It had all these big trees and stuff, so I loved it. But like take your shoes off and like ground yourself in the grass or the dirt. If you have like a backyard, if you have like means to do that, or drive to a park or something, whatever. Just ground yourself. Use this Taurus energy to really ground and sit so you can feel into the energies, what's going on in your body. Taurus is ruled the throat chakra, so really pay attention to communicating with spirit, communicating with yourself. What is spirit telling you? There's something with trees that might resonate with a lot of you guys. Might really love trees, or you're fascinated by trees, but they represent our roots. They can also tie into our ancestry and connecting with that. So your ancestors have a message for you, I feel. So just tap into that energy, that Mother Earth energy, divine mother, divine feminine nature of yourself. Taurus does rule Venus, which is a very feminine placement, planet itself, excuse me. So tap into self-love, self-nurturing, self-care at this time. Also, you guys might have a lot of questions surrounding your finances, your living situations, career, life purpose. Like tap in and ask spirit those questions. Those answers are there. Or find someone that resonates with you at this time. You know, again, spirit speaks to us in multiple ways. I don't know why these cards flipped upward. So let's, I want to pull some oracle first. Thank you, Ashley, for buying these off my Amazon wish list for my birthday. I appreciate you. I just got them today because I just got home today. So thank you. I appreciate you. I already had this deck, but I impulsively gave it away when I'm like, no, I really like that dragon deck. So I appreciate you for purchasing it for me. And this deck is new to me, this one in hand. So I'm just going to ask the divine earth beings, our ancestors and guides who lovingly assist us, all earth angels, earth elements that have our best intentions, divine mother energy, mother earth. What is the message? What is our message? Hey Zaria, how are you? What is our message? What is our message? Holy Spirit, maybe all of you, all of our loving guides, our ancestors who have our best intentions, only to come through this reading. Oh, you sent that at 4:44, Zaria. Journey, imagination. So there's that big tree. There's a tree there. There's some solar plexus energy. So some of you guys center, connect with the sun. Some of you guys, it might be dark where you're at, or nighttime where you're at. So doesn't matter. You can still tap into the sun, the solar energy, or work on your solar plexus. There could be some type of block for some of you in your solar, to where you're not able to tap into self-expression and tap into your creativity. Um, Balancing out your imaginative state, where it's coming from, whether it's coming from a divine high place or whether it's coming from a place of imbalance. Okay, so you have the stone people, the knowing. So definitely connect with your ancestors, the divine beings, because they have a lot of answers that you're seeking and what you need. And I feel like they'll come to you in the form of nature. Um, some of them might even just speak to you in different ways. They have, okay, so you have shaman, completion. So you guys might resonate with drums. See, there's that bear. Look, there he is. And then there's the bird that we were talking about. Those might actually, for some of you, that might be connected to an ancestor of yours. Bears or hawks. Someone might have this in their name, or your ancestors have this name, hawk or bear in it. Or someone might have a nickname like this. But an ancestor might come through the form of these animals. So like when you see them, this is a major ancestor that is trying to get your attention. But some of you guys might do well with listening to drum meditations. Drum meditations is very powerful in its effects. Me personally, like when I listen to Shango, like Shango music, Shango meditation, or music dedicated to the Orisha Shango, the energy in that is like very powerful. So if you resonate with drums, meditate, listen to the drum while you're tapping into your ancestors or your guides and what they want to tell you. Get a journal or record what you're seeing or visualizing, or however your guides are going to speak to you. Maybe this is a good time to do that. If you have a drum, tap into the drums, like play with them, not play with them, but play them, listen to them. One of your ancestors might have liked Congo music, or where they played a lot of drums. That might resonate with you. I love Cuban music, Cubano. I love Cuban music, so that might resonate with you too. That might resonate. Okay, see, dragons, dragon spirits, dragon spirits. Here's your message. The dragon realm that has our best intentions, that have high vibration and love and power and strength, warrior and protection, protective spirits, protection. You don't need to split the deck. I do that sometimes. They'll tell me to stop and I'll keep shuffling when they tell me to stop, so then I have to do this. All right, air dragon. The air dragon helps you rise above earthly matters. Communicate honestly, brings inspiration and hope. See life from a higher perspective. So then there's the communication, the throat chakra. The air dragon can also resonate for those of you that are air signs as well, or have dominant air in your chart, where you have to get grounded. Maybe some of you guys might be too grounded or too focused on the earthly world and earthly matters. But there's something that maybe you guys are not expressing. Some of you, I get this energy that you guys don't know what you need to say. It's like something needs to be communicated or vocalized, but you really don't know what you need to say or how you need to say it. And I feel like you guys could be like too practical, too focused on, and it's like you're not connecting with what your heart and your truth really is. Like, what is it that really wants to be said? The throat chakra and the solar plexus is very strong in this reading, I feel like. So those might be specific chakras that you need to work on if that resonates with you. Let's see what else the dragon spirits want to say. Aquarium dragon from Neptune. So we got some Pisces energy. It says enable your access, your deepest soul wisdom. Spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable, hopefully I'm saying that, soul knowledge. So again, like you have the ability, and there's the seahorses. Wow, look at what seahorses mean. We were just talking about them. The green gold dragon, there's the heart chakra, and there's the solar plexus energy as well. Green gold dragon from Sirius, so maybe that resonates with you, the planet Sirius or the constellation. Bring universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about your spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. So there's a lot of information that's trying to come to you, and I feel like it's so much going on in the collective that it can be overwhelming. So you do kind of have to ground yourself. But I feel like your guides, as a light worker, for a lot of you, I know he did not just fart. He's a mess. Like, I don't know if y'all heard that. My brother is a mess. Anyway, anyway, so yeah, maybe some of you guys need to clear out your areas, let that stuff out. And it's okay because you're clearing. So a lot of you guys are going through that. You might want to eat green foods and yellow foods to like ground your solar plexus, your heart chakra, your throat chakra. Do some throat chakra work. Some of you guys singing or humming or mantras will help clear up your throat chakra. For some of you, you do have to do it consistently, make it a daily habit for yourself. A lot of you guys do resonate with the water. Some of you guys might want to take a spiritual bath and cleanse yourself with the intention of clearing any blockages maybe blockages in the areas of hearing spirit. Maybe some of you guys can hear spirit mostly when you're near the water, the body of water, or you're taking a bath, or you're in the shower. I know that God speaks to me very clear in water. That might be the Pisces energy, and some of you, if you have Pisces in your chart, this could resonate. But definitely you can hear very clear for some of you. And don't forget to look up what seahorses mean, because we were just talking about that and then they came out in this card. So that might be a message for someone. Okay, let's pull some tarot now. Let's pull some tarot, see what Spirit has to say. Shout out to Ashley again for these 2 cards for my birthday. Anyone that sent me a birthday gift, I appreciate you. Thank you. This was a gift as well. This deck, the White Suman Sacred Animal Tarot, I believe it's called, was given to me as a birthday gift from my Amazon wish list. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Let's see. What is the message? Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, our angels, and our ancestors. What messages do you have? What messages do you have for the collective energies surrounding this new moon, or whenever they come across this? This does not have to only be for the new moon. If you guys have been getting a lot of earaches, headaches on one side of your head or your face. I'm not a healthcare physician, so take this with a grain of salt, but that is also something to do with your clearing, I feel like, in your crown chakra for some of you. There's a lot of major arcana cards that came out. You have the High Priestess. You have the Fool. You have the Death card. Then you have a minor arcana, the 10 of Cups, which kind of looks like the 3 of Cups a little bit, like the energy. But there's 4 ladies in this card. So 4s may be relevant to some of you. 13, 4, 444, 44, 222, 22. But there's an opportunity for you guys to embark in a new energy, and it does require death. a spiritual death, rather. It does require a chance of ending and letting go. I just love the fashion in this deck. Like, this, she looks fly. Like, that, you know, I wouldn't mind this type of Grim Reaper, you know, presenting themselves to me, because I'd be like, your outfit is fly. I love your little cardigan. It kind of reminds me, I'm going to put this boutique or this online shop. They're popular on Instagram. I'm going to put you guys on, give them a little shout out, because I have bought some things from them before. But anyway, they have some really nice stuff, and it reminds me, her cardigan reminds me of it. It's called Namaste. Like, instead of Namaste, it's Namaste. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But they have really it's kind of like Indian inspired, like sari material dresses in two pieces, like a top and skirt piece. They have like the genie pants. They have these really nice cardigans, and this kind of looks like that. That's just a side note. I don't know who, like, you even care. But anyway, I feel like what this is saying with the High Priestess, and I have to be careful. I showed you guys the High Priestess, and her nipples is out. I didn't even notice that. Anyway, the High Priestess, she's dipped in water. She's actually drenched in water. Let me cover her little nips, okay? She's in water. Pisces energy, Cancer energy. So you guys, when you reflect and you go within, I feel like it will be beneficial for some of you guys to connect to the water energy, or to take a spiritual bath or a shower. And when you're in there with intention to clear your energy, or to be open to spirit and what the messages are that want to be transmitted through you. I'm also getting that you're being guided and led to a new energy, to take a risk, to take a leap of faith. And it does require the ending of something from your past that doesn't serve you. There's something with blue flowers. Blue flowers, it could be blue lotuses. I did pass a store the other day that was called the Blue Lotus, or it was a restaurant or something called the Blue Lotus. That could resonate with the Egyptians' sacred wisdom and knowledge. The Blue Lotus is very sacred in Egyptian culture. Also, too, again, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, the crown chakra is coming out. So this is giving you an opportunity to really blossom in your spiritual gifts and your abilities. It's enhancement of your spiritual gifts. You're being guided. You have to trust that this opportunity, or this risk that you're being guided to take, or what feels like a risk to you, what appears to be a bit of a challenge or something that you might fear, you have the backing of your spiritual team. You have the backing of that. And the Ten of Cups is that it's going to be some type of celebration as a result of it. Some of you guys are feeling the anxiousness, because it's an anxiousness, or an excitement rather, that gives you like anxiety, maybe not as heavy as anxiety, I shouldn't say that, but it's a little bit of a butterfly feeling in your stomach or your gut, or some type of anticipation of something higher. And part of the self knows that there's some type of energy of rejoicing or celebrating or overcoming something emotionally, or just simply feeling better, coming out of a place of just not knowing what's to come, kind of being in the middle of this energy, but feeling it all at once, not able to put it into words. So that's why it's very important to ground yourself, ground your energy, so that the higher self can catch up with the physical self and what's going on. Another thing too that I'm getting with the Ten of Cups, they're wearing purple dresses. So again, it goes back to that spiritual psychic energy. You guys know psychically or intuitively that there's some type of energy that's coming, positive energy. So you guys have to take this leap of faith as you're guided to or encouraged to. This card try to flip out, the Page of Pentacles. So this is the grounding. And I'm also getting clearing with herbs. Some of you guys might be into herbal magic, or doing like holistic clearing and cleansing with herbs, or maybe taking a spiritual bath with herbs. What's that song? It's a song by Hector Lavoe. It's called Rompe Salve. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It's a plant that they use for spiritual cleansing and protection. It's my birthday on the clock. It's 5:04 on the clock. Interesting. So some of you guys might be guided to do some type of spiritual cleansing. I'm seeing someone like going outdoors doing some type of spiritual ritual or cleansing, or someone's ancestor was very connected to like the farm industry or something like that, a farmer, or had their own land. Some of you guys might be guided to go to some type of sacred land. I don't encourage taking things from sacred places and sacred lands unless you're truly guided. I don't believe in doing that. But it's some type of something that you're going to discover for some of you. And this could be in the coming days. It does not have to be like right now or tomorrow. It could be soon. Spirit's just giving you the heads up about that. Seven of Swords. Some of you guys fear cutting something out of your life. It's like something telling you, like this deceptive energy telling you that if you do something, it's almost like a fear of not allowing yourself to either cut an aspect of yourself away that doesn't serve you, or cutting someone else out of your life. It's like a second guessing, even though you yourself know the truth. This man that looks like he's being threatened, and his crown, or his third eye, his forehead, there's a star. So you guys might be connected to, like I said, Sirius, the star system, star seeds. This, I feel like, just represents your divine wisdom, and you know the truth of things. You cannot allow your mind or other people's words to deceive you, even if they intend not to deceive you. There's some type of mental battle or words that are being spoken that might be confusing to you. Spirit is saying trust your mind. Like, you really have to trust your first mind, your highest mind rather, and what you know. Because it's like you don't want to block this new energy that's coming in. You have the Fool right here. With the Death card, something does have to end. It could be painful. It might not be easy. It might, there's something with the super moon, or something with the blood moon that's relevant. Six of Wands, you have to know that you're going to be victorious. And you are, because there's a part of the self, the part of the higher self knows this, knows that whatever this is that you're moving into, it's like the Death card, the horse, is also relevant in the Six of Wands as well. This can represent being free, freedom, movement, forward movement, just being free, carefree, walking lightheartedly into the new. And in order to do that, you have to face the shadow self, or whatever it is, the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is a regal energy. He knows. This is someone that has experienced a lot. This is someone that's also connected to the higher realms as well. So his companion, like in the Fool card, this dog sits with him. This can also represent Anubis. Anubis has been coming up a lot too, even though it's not a black dog. And again, there's something with Egyptians. You guys might resonate with the Egyptian culture, or you could be Egyptian. You have past life ties to Egyptian ancestry as well. Thank you, Nikki. Either way it goes, I feel like this is that compass, that inner guidance, that divine companion within self, or the higher self, or your divine beings and ancestors guiding you. But this is an energy of knowing, due to wisdom, this gives me King Solomon energy. King Solomon was very, very devoted. He was very passionate to his faith and his belief in God. He built a temple dedicated to God. And he's also connected. The King Solomon's temple is represented in the High Priestess in traditional tarot, the Rider-Waite tarot. The High Priestess sits in the Temple of Solomon with the pillars of Boaz, and I can't remember, it starts with the J. Someone's gonna know what this is. Jerko? I might be wrong. Somebody help me. But in the pillars, you have the B and the J. The B represents Boaz, and then the J, I cannot remember. I don't want to mess that up. Somebody knows. You'll catch on. Somebody will catch on, or they'll research it. But King Solomon, I feel like the King of Swords in this deck represents him. And this is an ultimate faith, ultimate belief. Um, he represents devotion and dedication, if I'm not mistaken. So you have to be very, very dedicated and very focused to your beliefs, higher beliefs of what's of your highest good and what's of your best. This is divine wisdom. This is also sacred knowledge and wisdom. It doesn't just come from experience, but it also comes with divine truth. There's a post, and I think I saved it on my Instagram. Let me look it up real quick because this is all coming together. Y'all, I don't do readings traditionally, so if it's like, where are you going off the handle here? I just go with how Spirit's guiding it because it's going to benefit somebody out there. You like it or you hate it. You love it or you hate it. So the King of Swords, this I'm gonna shout this Instagram page out too because they're dope, but they go into like they're very like occult, like they get into like symbolisms and things like that, how they break things down. Anyway, they did a post where they were talking about numbers and the concept of numbers. So they posted the King of Swords. The King of Swords, the butterfly in the King of Swords represents the Kether, the first messiahs, can also represent butterfly, birth, and death, resurrection. We have the death card here. So birth, resurrection, and death. They also say that the butterflies represent a mirror image of 3 threes, or 2 threes, excuse me. So 33, which is a master number, master level number. So some of you guys have reached a very important place within yourself spiritually, within your understanding, your consciousness, your conscious understanding of things. Whether you see that as true or not, you have. And I feel like Spirit's giving you the opportunity to lay a foundation down for yourself that is beneficial. The test here is being willing to trust your inner guidance, your inner knowing, by leaving any baggage or things behind. Anything that's of heaviness or weight to you, that's a sign that it is not natural to you. It's not natural to your state of being. It's weighing you down. So in short, what Spirit is saying, that there will be a victory. There's always a victory in releasing and letting go of what doesn't serve us, because it allows us to be more in a lighter state of lighter being within self. So you're not weighed down by this energy and this weight anymore. And the Fool card, I always pay attention to what they're carrying. They're carrying a little satchel. They're not carrying anything heavy. They're not carrying a whole bunch of luggage and bags. They've left that behind. And that flower that she's carrying can also represent being in tune and connected to all that is. By being in tune with earth and just following the bliss and being connected, you can't be led astray. And it's also the purple flower that's in her hand is also in the hair of the high priestess. Again, that Isis energy, that Egyptian energy, the sacredness of the blue lotus, the higher consciousness, the third eye chakra. All of that, you're being divinely guided and led. And the smelling of that flower to me represents being focused on divine spirit. No matter what you do, keep your eyes on divine spirit. Keep your eyes on God, as they say, on the higher wisdom, the higher knowledge, the higher self. You can't get caught up in what's surrounding you, what's around it. It's not saying that you shouldn't take knowledge to it or be aware of it, but you don't get weighed down and caught in that energy. So something, in short, needs to be cut away. And I feel like you guys have the inner knowing of what that is. It's time to let something go. It's not easy. It might be a painful transition. It could be something within the self. It could be something with the mind, because you do have Seven of Swords here. You also have the King of Swords. The Fool is Uranus energy, which is connected to Aquarius. You also have a lot of water energy. So this is balancing out your heart and your mind. The water represents the heart. It represents the deep subconscious self. So the High Priestess, the Death card, is water energy. The Ten of Cups is water energy. A lot of Pisces as well. The Six of Wands is that only fire. And the Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, is the only earth energy. So it's an element of everyone here, all elements, but it's more of a dominance with water and air because there's a need to balance out the heart and the mind in order to move forward and properly plant the seeds. There will be victory, Spirit is saying. There will be some type of rejoicing, and the higher self knows this. The Six of Wands does not reach that victory unless they go through the Five of Wands energy, where they have to go through that inner battle or the outer battle, where you do have to, it's either that inner battle within self that you have to overcome, that inner conflict, or it's outer things. But everything is an extension of what's already within the self. So whatever it is that you're due to overcome starts within self, and there will be a victory. There will be recognition for some of you. This could be in multiple areas of your life, but it's like just due, getting your just due, getting your balance. Like the Six of Pentacles, it's like the justice energy with that as well. But yeah, this is what I'm getting. So there's something with the full moon as well. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a, this looks like a moon coming in, like, you know, at when the sun starts to set and then the moon starts to come out. It's kind of like that, where it's still kind of sunny outside, but you can see the moon. That's what I get from this. Moon back here. This looks like a sunset, or it could be the blood moon. The moon here. And then above his head is the moon. But I get also, not only with this card, I get a lot of energies. I get King Solomon, I get Anubis, and I also get Osiris energy from this, because the High Priestess to me is also a Isis card. So there's some type of divine union within the self that's coming through. A lot of sacred energy coming through these cards. These are really nice cards. I like these. I like the energy coming from them. Greetings, Sophia. So yeah, this is the reading. This is pretty interesting. And we were just talking about biblical names. King Solomon is very very important in the book. So yeah, he was a king. He was of high stature. His father was King David. So go into what that might mean to you, if it means anything. So yeah, he's a very wise individual, high counsel. A lot of spiritualists tend to work with him. You guys might represent with the seals of Solomon. I think it's, if I'm, Lord forgive me if this is not correct, I think it's the 7 seals of Solomon. Yeah, because it's like working with this energy, working with Solomon, it's going to work, it's going to open up some doors. I got to go in and do a little more research, because I don't want to give out false information. So if you feel led to look more into King Solomon sends out to you, do so. But if I'm not mistaken, he had the power of dominion over demons, which we all do. We all have the power and dominion over this earth, because these demonic forces and energies, they're basically here illegally. So we all have dominion to cast them out, to tell them where to go and where to flee, basically. But he had the ability and power to make them work for him, if I'm not mistaken. Not in a dark energy, like, you know, not like that. But he was a very powerful person, very powerful man, very powerful king in his time. But yeah, there's a connection between the High Priestess and the King of Swords, because of the fact of, sometimes I get Archangel Michael as well from King of Swords. But in this instance, this is giving me King Solomon. There's a connection with the temple that the High Priestess is in, because it is the temple of the King of Solomon. So that within itself is a whole nother layer. But anyway, this is all about sacred wisdom and tapping into the higher self as well, and the knowledge and wisdom that's available to you, that your ancestors and guides willingly want to give to you. going to pull one more card for my bootleg Moonology Oracle card. I'm going to have you guys pick a number 1 through 3. I'm going to pull 3 cards and I will flip them over. What can you potentially expect from this energy whenever you watch this? Whether you're watching Taurus new moon or after the fact. Okay, so let's see. Pile 1. Pile 2. Pile 3. Okay, so I'll give you guys a moment to meditate. Reflect. Think about it. And then I'll flip them over. So pile 1, 2, and 3. What can you expect due to the information in this reading or the Taurus new moon if this is when you're watching it? And I'll give you guys a moment. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the cards. So if you guys were drawn to pile 1 or card 1, it says, don't let your past hold you back. South Node. So this could be past life energy. Some of you guys might benefit from working with past life regression, tapping into your heart chakra, seeing if there's any blockages or anybody that's still attached to your heart space or any type of unforgiveness towards yourself, towards anyone that needs to be released, because you don't want these energies to hold you back. Okay, so this is a good time to release this energy. Your South Node may tell you what your past consists of, so tapping into what is my South Node in my birth chart. You do need your time of birth, your accurate time of birth and place of birth to get that information. Okay, so pile 2 or card 2. Take time to breathe out. Okay, so take time to just breathe, to reflect, to meditate, to unplug from the outside noise. For some of you at night, it's probably best that you take this time out for yourself in spirit, detach from any outside noise, you know, maybe turn the TV off, maybe disconnect from social media for that, you know, before you go to bed, and just really sit and reflect, maybe do some breathing meditations. So what will come out of this energy is that you will be led to take time out for yourself, because some of you guys might be in a split energy right now. All right, pile 3. Adjustments are required. So what's going to come out of this energy is that there's going to be some adjustments that need to be made on your behalf. Everything's not going to just fall into place on its own. It does require you to make the adjustments, excuse me, that spirit is requiring, excuse me, I can't even talk, requiring of you. Because I do feel like there's still a lot that's unknown or unseen at this time whenever you watch this, or there will be things that are still being, you know, unknown to you at the moment. But Spirit is saying that it does require you to adjust, maybe adjust to the new energies that are coming in as well. Okay. What, Novi? Hold on. Okay. So that was the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Much love as always. I appreciate you guys. If you guys would like to book a reading with me, I am available. Well, I am booked up this week, but next week, if you guys would like to book a reading, or if you absolutely have to book an emergency reading, I do have emergency reading options. Just make sure you guys email me ahead of time before doing so. But yeah, much love to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Until the next reading, happy new moon manifesting. Peace.